Okay.
All right, now if you can hear you, I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear me. Yep.
So there we go. That makes it a lot nicer. And we're waiting on everything. We got pressure. Waiting on the oil temp to come up. We got fuel pressure. And then I'm going to go through a few checks while we're sitting here. I'm going to boost the fuel flow. There it goes. And I'm going to check carburetor heat. That's good. Now I'm going to shut off half the engine at a time. Normalize this computer. Make sure that the engine is running right. Half the engine, then the other half of the engine. Good to go.
Sweet.
Okay, let's see what Moline altimeter setting is. 2988. And I'll set this one to 2988. Alright, there's our altitude. Sea level. There's our altitude on that one. And let's see, we'll go up to 2,000 feet. Indicated airspeed of 95 knots, and we'll go on heading first.
Block 4554 for executable.
That's traffic right there. That's an airplane. He's 1,700 feet above us, what the plus sign means.
Okay.
There's traffic on this one. This one here is 29,000 feet above us. Right there, see it moving?
That's sweet that you can see that.
Oh yeah, I got it on all three instruments. That one, this one, and this one. And I can punch this and it'll tell me who it is.
Really?
Yeah, it's American Airlines flight 1282. They're at 30,000 feet. Where they're at, what heading they're on, 260, they're doing 398 knots. And there's a tail number, 11 Alpha November.
Huh.
So this is a pretty sophisticated cockpit, you know what I mean? This is not your
City approach helicopter 134 to Foxtrot.
Right.
Okay, oh, that's good.
124 to Foxtrot is at 5,500.
All right, we're at 91 degrees on the oil. That should be good enough. We'll turn ESP off. All right, welcome aboard everybody. This is a neighbor of mine, Jack Lorenz. He lives on the airstrip. His first time flying. So here we go with his first flight. And he ain't nervous.
Then altitude changes, then watch for traffic.
He ain't nervous, are you?
134 to Fox.
All right, we'll leave that door open. We're going to taxi all the way down on the other end for takeoff. And we'll leave that door open so we can get a little bit of air here.
Okay.
I'm going to turn this way so I don't throw a bunch of grass in my hangar.
That will keep an eye out for there's a picture.
All right, now we're rolling. We'll do a brake check. There's both brakes. There's left brake. There's right brake. controls. Well, since everybody's watching on YouTube, I'm not bringing Jack flying for his first flight to really, you know, do anything for him or make him happy or none of that. I'm only using him because his mom makes the most awesome moon pies I've ever had in my life. So that's the only reason I'm taking you flying is so I'm kissing her behind.
Hey, there you go. You'll get some.
Hey, Quincy, 324 Julia Pop, 14,400 for 11,000. We have the weather and information into Davenport. Would like the visual, please.
You can ride back with me all the way to Davenport if you want. It don't matter to me. I can just take you around. I don't have a whole lot of fuel to do a lot of stupid flying.
Okay, yeah.
But, I mean, I can just fly you around and bring you back and let you out, and I can take back off. Or if you want to go land at a real airport and do the land and everything, you have to ride back with me in the truck.
Okay, yeah, I can land with you if you want me to.
It don't matter to me. You don't stink, neither do I. Kind of tight in here, ain't it?
Yeah.
You learn to. I'll even rest my hand right here if I'm doing something. So you got to get you're up close and personal when you're in a cockpit of an airplane. It just ain't no room. And this is considered pretty nice sized cockpit.
It is nice. Got the diamond stitch.
Yeah. Yeah, I had all that customized. All right, we'll do a little park right here. Go through a checklist. And we'll go ahead and get this door shut.
Outer below 3,500.
1, 2. All right.
Out above 544 tab.
Instruments, green. Autopilot, configured. Fuel selector, fullest tank. Fuel pump, on. Carburetor heat, cold. Primer, locked. Mixture, set. Propeller, full forward. Seat belts, fastened. Flaps 2, set. Trim tabs, set neutral.
See that thing turning?
Door, closed and cockpit fan, off. Brakes, released. Heading bug, set. Altimeter, set. Put the spurs to this mule.
Put the spurs to this mule. I like that business. All right, you ready?
Yep.
T's and P's in the green. Airspeed indicator's coming alive. And here we go.
This is sweet.
Oh yeah. This is sweet as sweet gets. Wave to your mama.
descend down to 3000. We'll be looking for that traffic for 324 Juliet Pop.
This is crazy.
Yes, sir. This bug will bite you, I'll tell you that. All right, I'll come off this prop. We'll bring it back to about 2200 RPM. No sense, this thing burned about 19 gallons an hour. Okay. Doing good?
Oh yeah, this is neat.
All right, we'll take us a little flight over
King
the river.
4 Juliet Papa leaving 5000, turn right direct the Davenport Airport and advise.
All right, leaving 5000, back direct to Davenport.
Does it feel good for you?
We do that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird at first,
Yeah,
but
it gets you got to get used to it because your body's never felt this before.
right.
Quad City approach, November, Cherokee 6355 Juliet, 8400.
Cherokee 6355 Juliet Quad City approach, advise information echo and make straight in for runway 23.
We'll get echo and straight in.
There's your house right there.
Oh yeah. They're doing a controlled burn over there, it looks like.
Yeah, we've been doing that all day long. All right, we'll make another right-hand turn to the right. We're climbing up now, so we'll just go ahead and point it toward Davenport and straight and level flight. We'll just fly around.
This is sweet.
All right, now we're in Moline is just right there, the airport. You can see it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. There's the runway. See the runway for Moline? Off that right wing out there?
Yeah.
So we got to talk to them. So that's what we're going to do. Quad says approach Dakota 69 or 19 Mike.
Dakota 69 or 19 Mike, Quad City approach.
Just off Bluegrass, level 2000. Going to fly around out here a little bit to the west of Davenport at 2000, and then I'll go back to Davenport.
Dakota 69 or 19 Mike, squawk 4542.
4542 for 19 Mike. A little bumpy. Slow her down a little bit.
Dakota 19 Mike, radar contact 10 miles southwest of the Davenport Airport, Quad City altimeter 2987.
87. How's
This
that?
is pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Isn't it?
Yeah.
So right now, I'm running about 68, 69% power. And we're doing 142 knots over the ground. That's 163 miles an hour.
21 Echo Delta traffic, 11 o'clock, 4 miles opposite directions, a helicopter, 5,600 feet.
That Walcott then?
Traffic, 1 Echo Delta.
Helicopter
Yes,
4
yep,
Hotel
that's
Foxtrot,
Walcott, 'cause
traffic
that's
11 o'clock,
Interstate
3
80
miles
right there.
opposite directions of Mooney at 6,000.
Watch traffic, helicopter 134, Hotel Foxtrot.
That tells you where we're at. You can kind of see. That little ring around our airplane right there, it's going to move all kind of different directions. It never stays fully formed. And what that is a glide path.
Roman 8 Victor uniform traffic.
If I was to
11
lose the
o'clock,
engine
3
right
miles,
now,
maneuvering
inside
Cherokee,
this ring is where I can
maintaining at or
actually
above
make
4,000.
it. So that's where I want to look for a place to land.
Huh.
If I couldn't do it, I lift up this tab right here, mash that button, and it'll actually fly me to the airport with no engine and land.
Really?
Yeah.
34 Hotel 5.
I mean, you got to put it on the ground, but it's going to put you on the runway.
That's awesome.
Mooney 1 Echo Delta, thank you. Air 4 Julia Papa, traffic no factor, turn right direct to Davenport Airport, and traffic 12 o'clock, 4 miles, section 5 miles is a Dakota staying at 2,000 feet maneuvering.
How high are we?
2,000 feet. Right
All right,
here.
direct back to Davenport, and we'll be looking for that traffic as well for 324 Juliet Pop. We do have fields set, by the way.
Air 4 Julia Papa, cleared visual approach, Davenport Airport.
All Alright, cleared for the visual. We'll stay with you for just a little bit, and then we'll cancel in the air.
I got the airport at Davenport in sight already.
Okay, affirmative.
Oh, yeah.
It takes about 5 minutes for me to get there.
Really?
Yeah.
Everything just seems so fast in this plane.
Yep.
Getting there.
Yeah, well, you're going
1235 Delta,
you're going
radar
fast,
service
first of
terminated,
all,
frequency change
and
approved,
second of
copy.
all, you're in a straight line, you know what I
Right.
mean? You don't have to do no curves or nothing, so it just cuts time in half just from that by itself. And Quad City's approved Dakota 19 Mike. I'm going to start heading back to Davenport. What approach is that guy going to shoot at Davenport?
Carrier 4 Julia Papa, what are you heading into Davenport for?
We're going to go to 2-1, and actually I was just going to call and cancel with you so I can go over to advisory.
Carrier 4 Julia Papa, IFR cancellation is received, squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Net Dakota about 4 miles northeast is going to be inbound as well.
Alright, we'll be looking for that traffic, and thanks a lot. Frequency change approved. We'll see you later, 324 Julia Papa.
Dakota 19 Mike, they're going to runway 21, and you're heading to Davenport now?
That's affirmative, 19 Mike.
Dakota 19 Mike, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, squawk VFR, and they're about 4 miles south. You should be well ahead of you.
We'll go 19 Mike, see ya.
Cherokee 55 Juliet, altitude your discretion.
Altitude my discretion, 55 Juliet.
Okay, there he is. He's only 1,000 feet above us.
Huh.
So he's coming in Davenport, landing runway 21. So that's the, we'll be doing the same thing. So we'll be keeping an eye on him. And in fact, I'll go ahead and start slowing down. And we'll go down, I'll tell it to go down to 1,800 feet. Vertical speed down 300 feet a minute. She'll start going down all by herself.
Approach Mooney 11 Romeo Yankee, leveling 4.
Okay, let's go over here. Davenport traffic, Dakota 19 Mike, 6.5 miles to the west, inbound for landing 21 Davenport. How you feeling? Good?
Good, yeah.
Traffic
I feel
324
totally
Papa
fine.
King Air. We're right down one runway 21.
This is pretty sweet.
Oh, it's pretty neat. And King Air, you're right downwind for 21, did you say?
Right down 121 for King Air 324, yep.
All right. All right, we are at pattern altitude.
You care if I take a video?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
Davenport traffic, Dakota 19 Mike, 4.5 miles to the west at 1800. I'll cross over midfield for a left downwind for runway 21 after the King Air, Davenport. Hey, give me about a week or so, I'll have you on video.
Okay.
You can watch it. Tell your friends to watch your first flight. I'm
Right.
happy to get your first flight on video like this. It's
Right.
pretty neat.
It is awesome.
It's
almost like
King
you're
Air
on Google
324,
Maps.
short final runway 21 Davenport.
All right, I got the King Air in sight now. He's coming in for a landing. There's the runways. at this thing. See, he's right here. On my thing there, he's landing right there. On
Oh,
the
okay.
runway.
Oh, I see him
you
now.
See him now, touching
Yep.
down. Davenport traffic, Dakota 1 on a mic, 2 miles to the west to cross over midfield for left downwind 21 Davenport.
Mute off.
All right, we're good to go. We're crossing over midfield now. We'll set up for a landing on runway 21. Davenport traffic, Dakota 1 on a mic, crossing midfield for left downwind 21 Davenport.
And Davenport traffic 324 Julia Papa is back taxiing 21, going to be exiting on Alpha.
All right, autopilot disconnect.
Leaving altitude.
Davenport traffic, Dakota 1 on a mic, turning left downwind 21 Davenport. All right, we'll get her set up for a landing here. A little bumpy.
This is sweet.
Isn't it sweet? All right, we're at flap speed, flaps 1. And go ahead and stretch your legs out. Yeah, because I don't want your knees in the way if I got to.
Okay.
Coming in for a landing, I'm liable to have to be moving this thing pretty good bit. No, you don't have to spread them. Just as long as they're touching those pedals, you're fine. All right, we'll go in full with the prop now. That'll help slow us down. We do a check. Fuel pump is on. Landing light is on. Gas is on the proper tank. Undercarriage down the bolted mixture set. Prop is set. Seatbelts buckled. Davenport traffic, Dakota 1 on a mic, left face 2 on Davenport. Flaps 2. $80 knots. Davenport traffic, Dakota 1 on a mic, turning final 21 Davenport. All right, air is clear, runway is clear. 70 knots. Just remember to keep this foot on them pedals, okay?
500.
Okay.
Illinois Valley traffic, Saratoga 32 Whiskey Fox 3 southwest, inbound for landing 18, Illinois Valley.
All right, runway's made, full flaps.
What does that do when you pull the flaps?
I'll have to tell you.
Okay.
And this button here is moving the trim, which is another smaller movement. I'll just have to show that to you on the ground. Perfect.
That was sweet.
Yes, sir. Davenport traffic, Dakota 19 Mike, back taxiing on 21 real quick. Get off the runway, Davenport. Get some air in here. There we go.
That was pretty awesome.
It is neat, ain't it? A lot of people, when they go for that first flight, they got to get that license.
Really?
Yeah, it happened to me.
Right.
Davenport traffic, Dakota 19 Mike, clear of all runways, Davenport. All right, landing light is off, fuel pump is off, flaps up, retrim. Davenport traffic, Dakota 19 Mike, taxi from Rev to the T's, Davenport. Oh, check this out, I didn't show you this.
Oh, you got music?
Radio mute. Mute on.
So with that setting, every time I talk, the music cuts off.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Davenport traffic, Tiger 128, Victor Uniform, 5 mile final, VOR approach, Davenport.
Mute off.
Davenport traffic, we're 544 Charlie Alpha, is about 6-7 miles to the north. We're leaving the area to the east, and we're going to follow the Grumman in that we see on the 5 mile final for runway 21, Davenport. You really want the blind leading you? Just a joke.
I thought it was funny, I laughed. All right, guys and gals, thank y'all for coming to ride with me today with my friend Jack Lorenz. His first flight, he enjoyed it. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the newest rookie aviator here shortly. He had such a good time. He's going to be selling some of that stuff, like bass boats and all that mess, because he ain't going to be able to afford to do all of it.
Yeah, it was a pretty awesome time.
Indeed. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, appreciate you taking me up.
You bet. Anytime. All right, guys, y'all don't forget.
Davenport traffic, Tiger 8, Victor Uniform, 2 mile final.
Hit
runway
that subscribe
21,
button in the right
Davenport.
bottom hand corner of that screen, because that really helps my channel out. And we'll catch y'all on the next flight. See you. All right.
Davenport traffic, Warrior 544 Charlie Alpha, 5
So-
miles to the northeast, number 2.
This
final,
trim down here-
Extended final for runway 21.
So there's an elevator in the back
Uh-huh.
that moves, right? If you look back, turn around and look. You see it?
Oh, yeah.
Now you look at the very back of it. When I lift it up, you see another piece sticking up further?
Yep.
Okay, that is the trim tab. And you have to move these manually like this to trim them, but a lot of planes have automatic trim in them.
Huh.
Okay, and when I turn my autopilot on, it trims it all by itself. I don't have to touch it, so it's hands-free for me. But what that does is, when you get to an altitude that you want, you trim that, and it puts a little bit of pressure on the elevator, because this thing kind of gets stiff to hold. And so this relieves the pressure, it kind of forces the elevator down. And your flaps are right out to your right on the wing, and you'll watch them when I dump them.
Oh, okay.
So there's full flaps, and that's 20 degrees of flaps, and this is 10 degrees of flaps.
Okay.
So what that does, it allows you to fly slower in the airplane without stalling.
Okay.
So that's all that does. You want to use those for, we used them for takeoff because we were on a short grass field, so that helps you get up quicker. And then when you're coming in to land, like usually I'm landing at 70 knots, which is, 70, almost 78 or so, 74 miles an hour, I don't remember. But when you put the flaps in, I can actually touch down at about 60 knots.
Okay.
But depending on the wind, what the winds are doing, you can't always use flaps. If it's a crosswind, you don't want to use flaps because that's the toughest landing. You gotta You got to really figure that out. So you really want to come in faster to cut through the wind. You don't want to come in slow because it just keeps throwing you all over the place.
Okay.